I am Ruth. I'm back with another video. I want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of my spiritual awakening. The good of my spiritual awakening is I know when I go into contraction periods, I come out on a more elevated side. I come out with a different level of consciousness, but I know that I have to go through these uncomfortable emotions. I have to sit through them. I have to transmute them. I have to be alone with them. I can't really say it's bad in my spiritual awakening because I look at everything as good. But I can tell you the flip side of what I'm going through on my spiritual awakening is I don't feel like anything is moving. I'm still grateful for what I got. I still understand the process. But I am in a transition where I don't feel anything moving. I don't feel nothing exciting. I don't get no spiritual highs and lows. I don't get no downloads. I don't get no synchronicities. I don't get anything. All the things that I was feeling in the beginning of my awakening where everything was just like I'm learning something new. I was so eager to wake up in the morning because it's like I could go on TikTok or YouTube and I'm going to find something new about my spiritual awakening. I'm going to find new literature. I'm going to find a new book. I'm going to find a new routine, a new method of how to meditate. I don't get none of that now. I'm actually like a regular human being. I feel like I'm back into normal society. I still have the spiritual knowledge that I learned from reading all the books and watching all the videos. It's like I embodied it, so I don't have to look for the information on the outside because it's within me now. But the uncomfortableness of it is I kind of don't know which direction to take next. And that's the scary part of being in the awakening, but that's actually kind of like the ugly part where you have to sit with the unknown. Now, that's the good thing. Also, that's a good thing because in the unknown is where you manifest new things, new opportunities into your life. It's just that the ugly part is you don't see it yet. So I know that sitting in the void is well needed. I mean, it is actually a pillar of my spiritual journey, sitting in the void. To actually be at the void stage is a privilege to me because I know that when I'm in the void stage, I can feel all the emotions that I've ran from over the years. And I know that opportunities, people, and the things that you desire run from you when you run from your emotions. So I'm all for sitting with myself without suppressing it. And another thing is I like to be alone. I know they call it the hermit stage. I am knee deep in the hermit stage where I love to be alone. Maybe like out of 7 days a week, I have my phone on do not disturb. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be in society. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to do anything. It's not a bad thing. I'm not going through depression. I just love to be alone. But then I might get a day out of the week that I might return calls to my friends that I haven't, spoken to. I always connect with my children. I never lost a connection with my children. I didn't lose connection with anyone. I just love to be alone. I love to be in my own space because back when I was in the seeking phase, I always wanted to explain to people what was going on with my spiritual awakening. I always wanted them to understand me. I always wanted them to know what was going on with me. Now I don't give a damn. Because you can't understand a spiritual awakening if you've never been through it. So a lot of people would say that you're going through a crisis mentally, or you're going through some type of chemical imbalance or emotional hormonal imbalance, and you just let it be and you just sit with yourself because talking to other people who have never been on a spiritual journey won't understand you just yet. They will one day, but just right now they don't. And it's okay. I respect all my friends' opinions because if you would have told me this was a real thing 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I really would have thought she was crazy. And I understand how people think that I have went crazy, but I haven't. I am just going through the void in my spiritual awakening. This void has lasted longer than any other void I've been through. I've been through another void last year in the springtime, and I know that void lasted 2.5 months. It wasn't as compressed as this one. That void, I didn't understand what it was. What happened was I was reading all these videos. I was listening to all these videos about spiritual awakening. And someone spoke upon the topic of the void. I didn't know what it was. I just felt like I wasn't on a spiritual awakening because I never went through the void. Boom, a couple months down the line, I actually went into this void space. So it made me go back to the video to listen to what she said about the void. And I was like, this is me. I am here. It was so uncomfortable because I did not know how to navigate it. I just remember after a couple months, I came out and then I went back into a bliss stage. I went from bliss to void back to like a blissful stage again, where I was connected to everything. Synchronicities was coming every day. Source was just, I mean, I was reading the Bible every day. I was reading books every day. I was just Googling, searching. I was a spiritual seeker. I wanted to know more and more and more. And then it just hit me at the beginning of the summer. Everything just stopped. Like all my emotions just stopped. I'm numb. I'm very numb. So that's a good thing also. A lot of things don't bother me. If it do, it may sit with me for maybe a good 5 minutes. If it's something really heavy, it may sit with me for a good couple hours, and then I will literally forget that this situation happened. I will literally forget that I was even going through a minor setback. And it's a good thing because it doesn't stay on my mind. And before I can even analyze the problem, it wind up fixing itself. It's like when I let go of it, I don't label it as a problem. It fixes itself. So that is like the good thing of going through a spiritual awakening. When you become regulated in your nervous system, things don't bother you no more. Another ugly part is I have to feel all my emotions from childhood. A lot of things that I suppressed at childhood is coming to the surface, and that is anger. As a child, I was scared to get angry because I was a people pleaser. I was a chronic people pleaser, and I was scared to get angry at people because I did not want them to leave my life or disapprove of me. So I suppressed a lot of anger. Now that I'm in the void and when I'm sitting with myself, I notice that a lot of anger is coming up. I'm just angry at every little thing. I'm thinking back to situations where I was a teenager and I let something slide where I'm like, oh, I should have said something. Why did I let that slide? But I realized it's not about the other person. It's just for me to feel those emotions of anger. I am strong enough to sit with those emotions and realize that my mind does not control me. I control the mind. I allow those emotions to go through my body, my nervous system, and I transmute them. It is very uncomfortable because I don't want to be angry. And the thing is, you're not angry at anything. What is there to be angry of? You know, you're angry at something that happened years ago, months ago. You're angry at people that you no longer talk to, or you're angry at people that themselves were teenagers back then and they grew up and have a whole nother life and you're still angry. So you have to separate the anger from the actual situation and just look at it as though it's emotions that's trying to be transmuted. It just want to be felt by you. So that was my take. This is my take on how I'm navigating the void. Yes, I am thankful to be in this stage because I am ready for it. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to get all these negative emotions from the surface. The deeper you go into your healing, the deeper you go, the more consciousness you bring forth. It's like the more clearer you can see, basically. The more opportunities come to me, the more I'm not scared to be seen. Because I have a big problem, and us empaths are scared to be seen because we are scared to judge. Because we ourselves think something is wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with you. You just have a lot of fear that you are scared to even face. You're scared to face your fear. So once you get in the void, it's a space that closes up on you. It makes you feel like you cannot physically breathe. It closes up on you so that you can face the uncomfortable emotions that you've been running from. Once you start to face that, you transmute it, and that energy starts to be transformed into something powerful, something that's needed in your spiritual journey. It is part of your awakening. So I know it's uncomfortable. Believe me, I felt it. I'm still feeling it. I'm still going through it. But the deeper you go into these levels of your psyche, your consciousness, the more and more you bring up stuff. And the stuff is what's stopping you from hearing your heart. Your heart is God. You want to hear the voice of God. You want to get direction of which way to go. You want opportunities to come your way. You want your synchronicities to come back. You want your psychic abilities to come online. You want to get connections that are so deep. You yourself have to connect with yourself on a deeper level. So I know that It is a trying time to go through a spiritual awakening and you don't understand what's going on. But if you felt this also, drop a comment below and let me know how you are navigating through the stages of your spiritual awakening. Much love and light.